Dear Sagittarius, this is Falguni and I'm here to do your 2025 predictions, and this will include both your career as well as love. I hope you are excited for the reading. This will be a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And in case please check your placements before watching the reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If your message does not lie in this reading, then it might be in some other placement of yours. So please watch accordingly. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you may reach out to me on my email address given in the description box below. Okay. So let's begin and let's get started. First of all, we'll check your career. What is coming towards you in your career for 2025, Sajis? What is coming towards you for your career in 2025? Let's see. Okay. For 2025, what is coming towards you in your career? Let's find out. Okay, so you have the Five of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Okay, all right. So in your career, I see these are the cards. Okay, Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. So I see that you are having a lot of conflicts or competition around you in whatever you are doing or whatever you will be doing in the first part of the year. I see a lot of competition of very high level of people involvement. I mean, there are a lot of people who are involved in this. There are a lot of people who are influencing whatever you are doing. Their views and opinions are affecting the outcome somehow, the results. So basically, it can be competition or it can be interference of a lot of people in whatever you are doing. Second part of the year, I see the Nine of Wands. So it's a very passionate thing that you will be doing. You are very passionate about it, you are very outgoing about it, you will be doing it like relentlessly, but at the same time you might feel off at certain points. I mean, you might go through a phase where some days you are highly interested in it and some days you feel like withdrawing from it, because it's a very impulsive kind of action that I feel from your end. So maybe you realize certain things later when you start doing that thing. So it is very impulsive decision that you'll be taking towards something, but it will be out of passion only. But then you will not have the mojo or the interest or the calling to stick around it for a very long time. I don't feel that. Seven of Wands again, here in the third part of the year. Let me show you the card. This is the Seven of Wands. You are blocking your energies from something that you feel is not working for the better, or something that is affecting your career growth aspects. You are blocking that energy out from your life, or maybe it is like you're blocking all the negativity around you. Whatever you think is not serving you for the highest good or for your career, you're blocking that energy out. You have your walls up, so you're very protective of your energy. You don't want anybody or anything to harm you in any way in your career prospect, so you are very protective that way. Okay, let's clarify the Five of Wands for the first part of the year and see what exactly is coming towards you in your career. Let's clarify the Five of Wands and see. Oops, sorry, just a second. Cards keep falling out. Anyway, so 1 second. Okay. Let's see. Five of Wands here. What is it exactly about? What is it exactly about? Let's see. Five of Wands here. What is it exactly about? Alright, so you have the Page of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So you basically are feeling some sort of loss. Okay, I don't see it as a very good card, because Five of Pentacles, you know that it is the card of losses. So you're facing some sort of loss, and Page of Pentacles, you're trying to work over it, trying to study it, trying to improve things for the same, but again it's due to some sort of competition that is around you. You're not able to keep up to it. You're trying your best, but again, there are some sort of losses that you are facing because of this competitive environment or the interference of many people around you into whatever you are doing at this time. Okay, you're not really doing well. I don't see that in the first part of the year, because no matter what you try, it's not working in your favor, and it's very minor in nature. It's not that it's not that it's not something that is very high rewarding avenue. I mean, it doesn't seem to be like a very high rewarding avenue as it is, because you are just growing. You are in the initial phase, it feels like so, and you are not doing well because there is a card of losses. So you feel you have had a lot of losses in this, no matter how hard you are trying, and this is due to interference of the people or the competition around you. In the next part of the year, let's see, why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Let's see. So Knight of Wands. Okay, this Four of Wands wanted to come out. It came out. Okay, I'll not take this card because it came out some other type. Okay, Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? Let's see. Let's find out. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So this is regarding some sort of partnership or some sort of collaborative efforts, okay, wherein you feel at one point of time to invest in your all into this venture, but at the same time on other days you feel like withdrawing from this because you are not sure if it will be stable, if it will be long lasting or not. So you are not sure of this, and this is even if it is not some sort of partnership, but it might be some sort of collaboration, or wherein you require some support from someone, some project wherein you require some sort of support from someone, some team effort is required, some involvement of other people is needed. You cannot do it alone. This is something like that. So in this project or avenue or whatever you are contributing to, I don't see it lasting very long, because you yourself are not sure. You are half heartedly involved. You are doing it out of impulse. One day you feel suddenly you felt that, okay, oh, this is very good, let's do it. That is the case. I'm just giving you an example. So what happens is, on the next day you start feeling off. You say, bas, I'm bored now, something like that. Or maybe you will feel, no, I am not feeling like doing it anymore, or maybe I should take a day off. I mean, your efforts won't be up to the mark. That is what I feel. Later on your efforts will start deteriorating if you are not consistent in any I mean, it is a universal fact. If you do not remain consistent on anything, no matter whatever it is, if you are wanting good results from something, you have to remain consistent. If you don't remain consistent, then you cannot expect good results from anything, no matter what it is. Okay, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles. You want stability out of this, but you are not fully involved. How can you expect stability? How can you expect it to grow? You have to give in your efforts, right? It is just like a short term passion that you are suddenly inclined towards, a sort of just like you have flings, right? Like you have flings in your life, which are short term affairs that you get into, if at all. Okay, I mean, it's up to you. It differs from person to person's interest and anyway. So if it is something like that, wherein you develop certain short term passion towards something, later on it dies eventually. I mean, you are not that focused on it. You are like, some days you want to do it, some days you don't want to do it. It's out of sheer impulse. I don't see that working out really well, though. Though it is, though if you put in the efforts, it can grow. It can grow, but it will require a lot of efforts from your end. Let me tell you that. Okay, so Seven of Wands here is, what is this, what is the Seven of Wands here about? Let's see. What is the Seven of Wands here about? What is the Seven of Wands here about? Let's see. Let's see, Sajis, for the third part of the year. Empress and the Strength. So basically, you're blocking your energy, you're protecting yourself from some sort of person. I feel there is some sort of person who is affecting you. You feel that this person is negatively affecting your career in some way or some form. So you are protecting yourself from this energy. It can be a female individual or someone. If it is a male, then they might have something, some feminine aspects to them. Very caring and nurturing individual, or this can be a motherly figure who has some motherly attributes to them. So this person is basically creating some sort of negativity around you, or trying to, you know, you feel that it is impacting you in some way, though they don't have ill intentions. I don't see that they have any ill intentions towards you. They are just supporting you or giving you the reality check from time to time, but this is affecting you mentally, psychologically, and that's why you feel very guarded. That's why you feel very guarded towards them and towards other things in general at this point of time. You're trying to have a lot of strength and keep up with whatever they're saying. You're trying to, understand their point of view and everything. But still, you're very guarded. You are very guarded towards them, as well as whatever outcome is bound to happen from whatever you invested in. There is a risk, there is an element of risk that needs to be taken, and you are guarded, you are not sure, you are very scared at this point of time. So you are guarding yourself, you don't want things to go wrong. That is what your intention is basically. Okay. Okay, so I just want to once clarify who is this Empress here and what is this Empress energy here about. There is an opportunity for growth, but you're guarded as, guarded as hell. Okay, and this will be, and this opportunity might bounce off if you do not recognize it on time. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Okay, something you need to rush towards, you're ignoring that thing completely, and it is for your good. It is for your good. You have the Knight of Swords clarifying the Empress, so maybe you have certain conflicts with a certain person, you are very on and off, so you are like bitter towards them. You don't want to, understand their point of view no matter what they say. So you are just blocked towards them, you're just guarded towards them, you're just avoiding them, and you're trying to have the strength with all your might and heart, and trying to do your best. But this involves a lot of risk, and if you don't realize, okay, recognize this opportunity on time, it might go, it might bounce off. Another thing I'm getting is somehow there is a person in your personal life with whom you have certain conflicts, wherein that person's energy, or you feel that that person in your thoughts, they are affecting you somewhere in your career. So again, you are guarded towards them. I don't know, take what resonates, because you have that ignoring energy as well. We feel ignored. Okay, so let's see what's coming towards you in your love. That was for your career. And I'll be doing the love portion in two parts. That is for the person on your mind first, and then for any new person that's coming towards you in this year, what will be their feelings like. Okay, let's see the person on your mind first. Sagittarius, what is the person on your mind feeling towards you in the year 2025? What will be their feelings like in 2025? The person on your mind, Sagittarius. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and Page of Cups. Okay. So this person on your mind is wanting something long term, something stable, something committed. Okay, first of all, they will start with something long term, wherein huge abundance and stability is there on the cards. Secondly, in the second part of the year, again, they want something stable, long term, committed. Okay, marriage. I mean, the first and second part, it's nearly the same. The energy is almost the same. Okay, but for second part of the year is more marriage related, and then the third part of the year is the Page of Cups, wherein you will see that this person is being friendly towards you, having a friendly attribute towards you, and they are talking to you nicely or something like that. But let me tell you one thing, that this is regarding some person who has been silent, who hasn't been, you haven't been talking to this person. Let me be very clear on this. Okay, let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles here. What is the 10 of Pentacles here about? Let's clarify the 10 of Pentacles here and see what is the 10 of Pentacles here about. What is the 10 of Pentacles here about? Let's clarify it. What do they want from you? These are their feelings. Okay, they want something they feel that they should have something long term with you, a wedding with you, and a good relation with you in terms of friendship and everything. I don't see a very heavy energy. I mean, in the last part of the year, their energy is not that of a very mature individual, it's of a page. So they want something like a friendly disposition. I will clarify and know more why is it so. Like in the beginning, they have a huge impact on wedding and everything, and later it shifts to friendship. I don't know why. Let's see. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles. What is the 10 of Pentacles here about? What is the 10 of Pentacles here about? What do they want from you, Sagittarius? What do they want from you? Okay. Okay, so they want you to basically open up to them in some way regarding a family dynamic or something long term. They see you as they want you to invest in this relationship. Okay, they want you to invest in this relationship. They want you to think about something long term, and they want you to take the action and come towards them and keep things under your control. They want you to take the control and lead this thing. Basically, that is what they want from you. Okay, and obviously I also see, I mean, they also want you to focus on your pentacles. I mean, this person doesn't mean bad at all, because they are having good energy towards you. They also want you to focus on your pentacles, on your work at the same time, so that you can achieve something long term. This is also I'm getting. And they don't want you to be you know, too stubborn or too adamant about things at the same time. Though they want you to take the lead and everything, but they don't want you to be stubborn and adamant, you know, trying to control things too much or trying to have it your way. No, they want you to understand their point of view also. They don't mean bad at all. I cannot see any bad cards here. So let me tell you that. Or maybe one more thing is, for some of you, I feel that the family is interfering in the dynamic a bit. So there is a family member who will interfere in this dynamic and might even, you know, cause this to a little. I mean, this might go a little rocky in some cases. Wait, one second. I don't know who is sad. I got the Five of Cups here. Someone is really sad. Okay. Anyhow, Four of Wands. Let's clarify the Four of Wands and see what is the Four of Wands here about. What is the Four of Wands here about? Let's clarify the Four of Wands and see what is the Four of Wands here about. What do they want from you? What do they want from you? What do they want from you? Let's see. What do they want from you? So, Lovers and the Queen of Swords. So, basically, they want you to make a decision, to make a choice. They want the wheel to turn in their favor, and in both of you all favor. They want things to change between you two, and they want you to make a choice, clear cut choice for the long term, for a long term partner, for commitment and for wedding. They want you to make a choice. Okay, and they want you to stick to that decision and take things forward. They basically want you to cut someone out completely. If you suppose want to be with them, that is what they mean, then you have to like cut the other people out or whatever you have going on. If you have I'm also getting you have someone else in the picture, someone else is involved, and they are aware of it. They are aware of it, and they do not like it at all. They do not like it at all. This person will tell you about that also. Okay, I mean, they feel cheated or backstabbed in a way, because they are aware of it, what you are up to, and whatever you have been doing. If there is a third party involvement, they are aware of it, and they also know that it is not one of the best of the relationships that you are in. I mean, it's illicit, wherein you are just involved for the physical aspects of the relation. I mean, you are just physically involved in that relationship, and they just do not like it because they did not expect it from you, basically. This is the Queen of Swords, who will be very blunt and very straightforward about the communication that they want to put across to you. They will tell you. They will tell you that they know and they do not like it because they did not expect it from you. They saw you in a very higher light. I mean, it was beyond their imagination even. So they'll just tell you that, and very straightforwardly, and they will ask you to cut that person off, or maybe you'll have to take a choice. If you want to be with them, you'll have to make a choice. That is what this person will tell you, and they will be very disappointed. At the same time, they are disappointed, and they will tell you that they are disappointed, and they want to trust you, but at the same time, you have to make, you have to prove yourself to be trustworthy. Nobody can trust you just like that. I hope you understand that. So this person will ask you to prove that you are trustworthy, and to prove them, how will you prove them? That is, you have to make a choice, you have to make a decision out of the two, or out of however the scenario plays out. If suppose you have certain things going on in your life, or maybe too many people are involved, too many third party situation, then you'll have to make a decision. See, in a relationship, you cannot have many people interfering in your relationship like this, like that. No. If you are with someone, that should be clear enough. That person should mean the world to you. If that person says something that, yeah, I do not like you talking to that person, or you shouldn't, you should restrict your energy, then you should restrict your energy. It is by no means any wrong. Okay. And if that person says that, okay, if you have your friends, let me meet them, or you can introduce them to those female friends or male friends that you have. What's wrong with that? If they are genuinely your friends, okay, nobody is asking you to introduce them to as your girlfriend or boyfriend or anything. I mean, even if the tag is, you can remove the tag, you can just introduce them. Okay, this is so and so and whatever. It is just so clear. And if it is not like that, if it is not just like that, then who in the world cares about it? Just get rid of those people from your life. Why do you need strangers in your life if you are not even friends with them? If you're not even close enough? Why do you need female attention so much? Why do you need male attention so much? It goes both ways. And if the other person is asking you to do this, I'm sure that person also is equally reciprocating the same thing, and they're open to doing the same if you want them to. That's why they're saying this, right? Nobody says anything if they are not themselves willing to do it. So if you ask them to do it, they will be also open to do it. If you are also willing to, I mean, if they are saying something, they will be willing to do it themselves as well. So don't worry about that too. So that is how you build the trust. And if you are in love with someone, that person should matter to you more than anything or any other person in the world. No matter what other people are saying, other people are doing, other people are, okay, whatever, no matter what relationship you have, whatever friendship you have, whatever fake friendship you have, whatever phony friendships you are keeping just online for the sake of keeping, it shouldn't matter when you are in love with a particular person. And usually a girl and a boy are never friends. That is a fact. People usually try to hit on you. That is the only agenda, usually. If you're single, they will try on you. So if you are in a relationship, respect that relationship and respect that person. So if that person wants you to have, do something, you should respect that. If you truly love that person, you will respect that and do that anyway. If you don't love that person, you will think that why should I do that? No, I want so many people around me. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm ranting over here, but do you need, if you are a king, you need the attention and the availability of the queen around you. You don't need the entire, you are not meant for the streets, bro, or you're not meant for the streets, right? That you go ahead and you seek the attention from all the village people. No, you need the attention only of the person important to you. That's it. That's it. The entire kingdom or the entire empire is just for you, just for meant for you. They will any which ways be with you if you are worthy of that position and respect. Any which ways people will follow you. And if you are after people, you just want attention, you just want thousands of people around you for no reason, then I'm sorry, but you just acting like you meant for the streets. No, you have to have your standards high. Okay, so let's see if you have that caliber, if you have that potential, in any which ways people will follow you, people will admire you for who you are. But when you are in love, respect that person enough to have boundaries with other people. You cannot disrespect that person at any cost. You need to listen to them, need to respect their point of view. If something is bothering them, you need to make sure that it doesn't happen again, or it doesn't be there anymore. That is how it works. Otherwise, no love is love, actually. It's not love. Okay, let's see what is the Page of Cups here about. What do they actually want from you, and what do they actually want from you? Let's see. This friendly energy. So basically, they are tired of you acting like nonchalant and very, very much in the air, and they want you to come out of that hurt and pain. I feel that you are feeling hurt, pain, whatever. Okay, they want you to come out of that energy. They want you to come out of that hurt and pain, heal yourself, because they see you as still ignoring everything and everyone. They see you as someone who is not seeing the cup of love when it is in front of you. They want you to accept that love. They want you to accept that love that they are offering. You need to recognize that it's true, it's meant for the good. And they see you as stuck again. That's why they're trying to be friendly with you, just to, build that connection with you. And you're still hurt and still, not recognizing or not accepting the love, because you just don't see it. You just don't recognize it. It is for the good. They have good intentions. Okay. And really, I mean, the cards are really good. This person has really good intentions. They're also hurt. They are also hurt because of how you have been behaving and whatever your actions are towards them. This card is for them as well. They are also very hurt, and that's why they are also scared to fall in love again, or to take things forward with you. But in their energy, they have that in mind, but they don't know how to do that, because the building of the trust is very essential for any relationship, and they just don't know how to do that. And that's why they're coming off as a friend. They're just starting it from scratch somehow. Okay. Okay, they are also starting it from scratch somehow, because they are not ready for the love yet in the last part of the year. So, a little hanged energy here. Okay, all right. Let's see. Move ahead. Let's see the new person. If any new person is coming towards you, what will be their feelings like for 2025? What will be their feelings like for 2025? New person coming towards you, coming towards Sagittarius, what will be their feelings like for 2025? Let's see. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the High Priestess. Okay. So the new person who is coming towards you has this These three cards. So in the first part of the year, they feel like they're there for your. I mean, they just need an equal give and take in the situation for some of you, and for most of you, they're just there for the money. I mean, they just need the pentacles. They just need the money to grow, or someone who is equally capable of giving them some money. I mean, they are looking for money, not for love. They're looking for someone who can give them a good life and some good and is stable financially. That is what they're looking for, because they don't have enough. They don't have enough. And in the second part of the year, they are very stressed. They feel very stressed, very anxious over the situation. And in the third part of the year, they are silent. They go silent. They just don't want to talk. So this is someone you may have a fallout with, even if you can have it right now or you may have it in the future, whatever it is. But someone you are having a fallout with, definitely this will not last, and this person feels this way. This is someone I think you already know, or you will, or maybe you are currently dealing with this person. I don't know. Whatever is the scenario with you, take it how it resonates with you. Currently dealing with this person, but it will not last. Okay, and then this person will be feeling this way in 2025. And if suppose you already uh, and suppose if this is completely new, someone who comes into your life later, again, they will be someone you know. You already know. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Just a second. So we have the. I'm sorry. I put back. I just took back the cards. I was to explain them, clarify them. Sorry. 1 second. I'll tell you if this is a past person or not, or someone you already know. I'll clarify that. Okay. So just give me a moment. I think this is the longest reading ever. I don't know how come it became so long. I'm sorry for the lecture in between. I just had to say because the cards were such. And again, this I've lost the card again. Anyway, you know that you had the Nine of Swords for the second part of the year, so this person was in deep stress. So if that card comes up again, we'll just take it, or if it doesn't come, we'll know. So anyway, we know that it was that. Okay, I got it. So that was that card, and we will clarify the Six of Pentacles now. First, what do they want from you, the new person? This is not someone new whom you already know. Okay, let's clarify this. Maybe someone you're dealing with right now. I don't know. Just take it how it resonates. Six of Pentacles. What is this? What they want? Okay. Okay, so where they're very guarded, they see that there is imbalance in the situation. They feel there should be balance in the situation, and they feel like avoiding you in some way. They don't want to, or they feel like you should put your guards down, and meet them more, date them more, hang out with them more, take action towards them proactively. That is what they want, because they don't feel that part is there from your side. They don't feel you are that as invested as you should be. Okay, let's find out for the Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Let's see. Okay, why is the Nine of Swords here? Okay, Don't mind if the reading is too long. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Let's do it quickly now. It's been a very long reading. So Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. So this person is basically feels that you are not taking any action, you are stuck, you are not accepting their offer, you are not you are not giving it to a new beginning. They have the Ace of Wands, so they want a new beginning with you, they want something to progress with you, but you're not accepting their offer, you are just completely ignoring them, you're rejecting them, whatever it is. And so there is a hanged position. It feels stuck, very very stuck. So that's why they are very anxious and cannot sleep at night. Let's see the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? Why is the High Priestess here? What do they want from you? Let's see. Okay, so Queen of Swords and the Four of Cups. So they are basically cutting you off. They are rejecting you completely. They don't want to deal with you anymore. They are done with you. They finally decided to completely cut you off. So this person is going silent because they have decided to cut you off. They've decided to remove you from their life. They're not no longer interested in you. They feel the chapter has come to a close. So that's why they're going silent on you. So you'll know when this happens to you in 2025. You'll know the person I'm talking about. Okay. So I gave you the person on your mind as well as a new person. So take it how it resonates with you. Anyway, so that was a reading, Sajis. So we'll see now what is the overall guidance for you for the year 2025. Sajis, what is the overall guidance for you for 2025? Let's see. What is the overall guidance for you for 2025? Let's see. Overall guidance is to loosen yourself a bit on the morality, societal pressures and standards. Okay, you don't have to, like, if you love someone, if you are with someone, if you care about a particular career, it should be your own decision, because at the end of the day you have to live your life. No other person will do it for you. So if you are too bothered by other people's decisions, other people's reactions, other people's societal pressure and this and that and whatnot, then you won't be able to live your life to the fullest. Okay, you won't be able to live your life to the fullest, and this will keep you stuck in a loop, in the mundane life that you already are living. So that was your reading, Sajis. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I will see you soon in the next reading. Till then, stay blessed and happy. I love you, Sajis. Thank you. Namaste.